shining forth from every cell, like the rays of the sun, uniting every cell, uniting the whole body.
Hello there, it's me, Rama, again, and as you can see, I don't have my usual shirt on. There's been a bit of a cosmic accident. My shirt is currently in the washing machine, and I had to do this video today, and I had to do it now because the sun is setting. And the reason I have to do it today is because I can't wait to get this activation out. This new activation is a DNA activation. And you've heard probably lots about DNA activation, and many people have different theories and ideas. It's a very common thing. However, I want to assure you, I don't take the usual stance on it, and I have my own way of looking at the whole thing. It's very different than anything else I've ever heard. So I'll tell you a bit about that in just a second. But first of all, I wanted to say to you, it's wonderful to have you tuning in. When people watch my videos after I've created them, I can feel your presence. I can feel you watching and enjoying it or resonating with it or however you relate to it. So I can assure you, as you're watching this, I can feel you and tune into it. So it's wonderful to be having you tuning in. And I want you to know you're very, very important. You're essential. And there's at least one person in this world who wants you to be here, and that's me. I want you to be here. I want you to be doing what you're doing every day, holding your positive thoughts, trying to make a difference both in your own life and in others. I value you. I want you here, so please know you are supported, and I'm very happy to have you here on the planet, helping me hold space as we transform this place. It's going very well. The transformations of the planet are proceeding very, very nicely. And I had just sent out a newsletter recently about something that had happened just a few days ago. I was working with the globe, the planet, as I usually do, trying to help the planet heal. This is something I've been doing for a long time, day and night. It's a full-time job. Many, many years I've been working to help uplift humanity and heal the planet. It was my first job before I ever started doing what I do now for a living, doing the spiritual counseling and remote healing work, and also telephone sessions. Before I had ever started doing that, my Every New Joy business, I was always doing work to help heal the planet, uplifting the whole globe. And recently I had an amazing breakthrough, which was I finally, by doing DNA work on myself, I finally got a handle on just what it is that has had us all trapped mentally. And it's because the TV, the radio, the internet, and all these cultural sources tend to fill our minds with garbage. It's very incoherent stuff. I mean, you look on TV, you have talking rabbits and turtles wearing ninja suits, and the media is always chanting, death, 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 pain, sorrow, and suffering, and, people are dying. And I just turned on the TV a few months, about a year ago, and within 5 seconds on public TV, I saw some person shooting a woman in a hospital bed in the abdomen. It's like, what is this stuff? How does this get on TV? There's so much crap on TV, so much garbage. It's just useless. You don't really want anything to do with it if you can avoid it. And it fills our mind with crap, garbage, chaos. And then we wander about our day, and it's propagating in our field, it's propagating in our mind. Whatever you hold in your mind propagates in your aura, propagates in every cell of your body. So whatever is inside your mind is going with you wherever you go. So just because the TV, you only are watching it for 5 minutes, you bring the TV with you. You bring the internet with you. You bring the radio with you. You bring your traumatic experience with your relatives with you. You bring all this chaos, mental stuff with you wherever you go. Or if you don't have it, other people bring theirs, and if you don't properly guard yourself, then they can affect you with their mental stuff. So anyway, there was this vast net of mental chaos surrounding the planet, and I finally figured out how to start to regulate it out and separate it out and enable people to keep their own mental space and not be trapped in this sort of planet-wide box of mental garbage. And this is already done now. This is what I'm telling you. The reason I'm even talking about it this way, I don't usually talk about these negative or chaotic things. The reason I'm even mentioning it is because it's already over. I've already resolved it. Now, people can hold their own mental space, they can be strong, and their mental space can be clear. It's like you left the city and now you're on a mountaintop. The air is clear, everything's fresh, and there's just birds and crickets like the ones in the background right now. It's just calmness and peace. Now, you are still in the city, or you are still wherever you are, and the internet is like a sort of cyber city, you know, all these people's minds around you, but now you have a new space and a new piece, and this is part of the DNA activation work that I was doing, and it's led me to create this new DNA coding that I want to share with you. But first I was separating out people's mental spaces so they could hold their own mental space, not have all this interference from other people. The next step of the coding that I was doing with the whole planet was to ask Prime Creator, infinitely high above, and all the angels and all the other dimensions to help give people positive thoughts. Help give people positive inspiration. First step is to block out all the negative thought, chaotic thoughts coming from the TV, the radio, and other people. But that doesn't leave you with anything to think about, you know, because that's most of the culture. It's most of your experience of daily life. So what happens? What do you do? Well, now Prime Creator and the angels are constantly bringing in inspiring thoughts, bringing in inspiration from above, funneling it into your DNA system, so you have good thoughts. Now, this is not mind programming. This is more like offering ideas. Just like the TV is constantly offering you the negative, chaotic, you know, death, death, death perspective, now the angels are presenting you with this life, love, joy, happiness, daughters hugging grandfathers, people giving food to each other, people who need it, you know, sharing wealth, hugging, kissing, having fun, you know. Now all the positive side is also present. Now, if this is done etherically, this is done at the level of magnetism, at the level of the thought space of the planet. So there's this constant inspiration now coming to you from from Prime Creator, from your higher self, that is able to reach you now, because now all that interference, all that mental interference can't get to you. That was the pivotal part of the code that I was doing, was to give people their own mental space, so you can finally think for yourself again, and be able to encode your own DNA, you know, rather than having your DNA encoded by someone else. DNA, this is where I'm going to start getting into the description of the coding. DNA is regulated by a gland that's on this level, same level as your eyebrows and your eyes, this whole region, and it's in the center of your head. I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing the shirt of the owl. Maybe you can see it in the back. This is the shirt of the owl. The owl has huge eyes, and the owl is considered wise. Why is the owl considered wise? The owl is considered wise because in ancient times, people knew about the association of the eyes with wisdom and also your DNA, and your DNA is your connection to your higher power, which is the source of all wisdom. So the owl is very much a DNA creature, and the color of the shirt is indigo, which is very appropriate for anything to do with DNA. The indigo children have extremely activated DNA, so the shirt does work, even though it's not my usual shirt.